Exclamation point. Hello. Friends, this is a small history. My playerunknown's battlegrounds started. Exclamation point. Heard gunfire and screaming. I realized that my companions were being besieged by the enemy. I didn't know how many they were. I was only guided by Mother Earth, and whatever he had in range to get there quickly to help them. But I wasn't fast. My companions had died, killed by those bastards, entered on me, an anger. And I promised myself that, even if I didn't come back alive, I would try to take me to the more I could of those bastards, who murdered my companions in cold blood. Being in the area near where they murdered my companions, I was watching the direction they died, in search and trace of the bastards who committed that heinous crime. Far away, managed to listen to a vehicle that came at full speed. No matter what happens, I said to myself, I'll collect vengeance for my companions. Americans, Chinese, Mexicans, fallen. I whipped up my assault rifle Pubg. I was fortunate that the enemy was approaching quickly and in a straight line towards me. I had them where I wanted them when they were at a considerable distance traveling at full speed towards me. I left the side of the fence and download my Pubg in them, with all the wrath of my fallen comrades, and knock to the first of the vehicle and quickly assassinate him on the ground before he hid. Look where they parked, and enter the nearest house. Quickly, being inside the house, had to use the senses God gave me to locate where the enemy was. Using only the sound of his feet, I was able to identify their positions and intercept them one by one. The second he kills, I rode the house without seeing me, like a ghost, be ebony, and knowing the exact position of my second enemy, intercept it quickly, and load my weapon in it, with the glory of a swarm of bullets penetrating his armored vest and impacting his thorax, still leaving him lifeless. I quickly left the house for a place which sat that was not being watched by the rest of the enemies, and I hid from behind a fence knowing that the rest of the enemies would come for me. One of the remaining enemies entered the house with fear, fearful of being killed and thinking that I was inside the house. He stayed behind a wall, waiting to hear the sound of his enemy, to intercept and eliminate it. But he did not say that he had already been intercepted. Like a still servant who watches Asia the sides, I looked at him still and exactly had him in his sights. I didn't stop again, and empty my charger into it, through a window. This was my third target for laser eliminated. There was only one enemy left, and the vengeance of my fallen companions would be our. A sweet taste of victory was smelled in the air, apart from the gunpowder of the cartridges that called and the smell of blood on the floor of the road and the wooden house, waiting from behind the fence to my last enemy. I thought this would be difficult, but as I ran to the slaughterhouse, came up outside the house, 100% uncovered and at the mercy of my assault rifle, wait for the exact moment, just as I was about to enter through the front door, use my last loader in it, and throw it away. Like a rag doll dropped by a child, his motionless arms, legs and head impacted on the ground. I had completed my goal. A squadron of enemies eliminated, and charged vengeance for my fallen companions. Thank you. Do not forget to subscribe, give, like, share, as to the next friends.